This lesson is on orders of operations. Now, we use orders of operations to evaluate numerical expressions. And in order to solve using orders of operation, we have to memorize a certain order. In order to help us memorize this, I like to use a phrase that says, "Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally." Now, it's a really silly phrase, but the letters of each word in the phrase stand for an order in orders of operations. So the P in the word please stands for parentheses. The E in the word excuse stands for exponents. The M and the D in my dear stands for multiplication and division. And then the A and the S in Aunt Sally stands for addition and subtraction. So we do parentheses first, then exponents, and then with multiplication and division, those come at the same time, but in order to decide whether we do multiplication or division first we work our way from left to right. So if multiplication is farthest to the left on an expression, we do multiplication first, or if division is farthest to the left, then we would do division first, and then we work our way to the right. That's the same thing with addition and subtraction, which comes after multiplication and division. We work our way from left to right on whether we do addition or subtraction first. So I've had students in the past say PEMDAS, and that would stand for parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. So let's figure out, or let's solve a problem using orders of operations. So my first example is to evaluate, which is another word for solve. 10 minus 2 minus 4 times 2. Okay, so let's think back to orders of operations. I'm going to think of please, excuse, my dear, and Sally. So I think of parentheses first. I think of exponents second. I think of multiplication or division third, and then addition or subtraction last. And again, I always work my way from left to right when dealing with multiplication and division and addition and subtraction. So I'm going to first say, okay, are there any parentheses? So I'm going to check off parentheses. Yes, there are. So I'm going to say, okay, well, I'm going to first solve what's in parentheses. So that 10 minus 2, the quantity of 10 minus 2 is in parentheses. So I'm going to say 10 minus 2 is 8. Then I'm going to bring down everything that I haven't used in the equation. So I'm going to bring down the minus 4 times 2. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to my order, and I'm going to say, please excuse. E is my next one, and I'm going to say, are there any exponents? No, there is not any exponents, so I cannot do anything there. The next one is multiplication or division for my dear. And it looks like I do have multiplication. So I'm going to solve multiplication first. So I'm going to say 4 times 2 is 8. Then I'm going to bring down what I haven't used. And then because I only have one operation left, this is easy. I can check off, I did the multiplication. And the last one I have left is subtraction. So I can just say 8 minus 8 is 0. So I just evaluated this expression. So the quantity of 10 minus 2, when I say the quantity of, that's a number in parentheses, minus 4 times 2 equals 0. So 0 is my final answer. All right, so my last example is I want to evaluate this expression using orders of operations. Again, I'm going to go back to orders of operations. I'm going to remember, please, excuse, my dear, and Sally. Again, I remember parentheses and exponents, and then multiplication or division, and then addition and subtraction, and I'm going to work my way from left to right in relation to multiplication and division and addition and subtraction. Okay. So, parentheses come first. So do I have parentheses? Yes, I do. So I'm going to solve what's inside my parentheses. I'm going to say 1 plus 5 is 6. And then I'm going to recopy my entire expression, all the numbers I haven't solved yet. And I see that exponent out there, and I'm just going to bring that exponent right on top of the 6. And just recopy my entire problem. Okay, So my next order, it looks like it's exponents, and this time I do have exponents. So I'm going to solve 6 to the second power, or 6 squared, is 36. It's 6 times 6. Not 6 times 2, it's 6 times 6. 6 2 times. Then I'm going to bring down everything I haven't used. Then my next order, my orders of operation, is multiplication or division, and I do have that. So I'm going to solve 36 divided by 4 is 9. Bring down everything I haven't used. And I'm left with one operation, so I can just solve that 8 plus 9 is 17. So then I solve this problem using orders of operations. So that ends the lesson. Again, please remember, in order to solve problems with orders of operations, you need to think of please, excuse, my dear, and Sally. And if there's ever a problem that has both multiplication and division in it, you have to work your way from left to right. Same thing as with addition and subtraction. Make sure you're working your way from left to right, depending on what comes first in the expression.